What if I told you that some of the most powerful tools to fight cancer and burn fat aren't found in a pharmacy, but right in your kitchen? Every day, your body is running an extraordinary defense system, constantly seeking out abnormal cells and dismantling them before they can grow. At the same time, it's working to regulate your metabolism, deciding whether to store energy as fat or burn it as fuel. The foods you eat can either strengthen these defenses or weaken them. And here's the exciting part: certain snacks, simple, everyday foods, contain natural B-active compounds that starve cancer cells of the blood supply they need to grow and activate your body's own fat-burning systems. These aren't exotic or hard to find. They're accessible, delicious, and backed by solid science. In the next few minutes, I'll share 5 snacks you can start eating today to help your body protect itself against disease and transform how it burns energy. This isn't about fad diets or unrealistic restrictions. It's about using the power of food as medicine to fight for your health, your energies, and your future. Let's dive in. Every second of every day, without you even thinking about it, your body is carrying out thousands of intricate processes to keep you alive and well. There's a constant silent battle happening inside you, one that most people never stop to appreciate. Your immune system is scanning for abnormal cells that could become dangerous. Your DNA repair systems are fixing errors in your genetic code before they can cause trouble. Your metabolism is deciding whether to food you eat as energy reserves or to burn it to fuel your activities. Even your blood vessels are growing or shrinking in response to the body's needs, but delivering nutrients where they're required and withholding them from places where they could do harm. This defense system is extraordinary. Every day, it neutralizes threats long before you ever notice them. Potentially harmful cells are detected and dismantled. Damaged tissue is repaired, and harmful bacteria and viruses are intercepted. The truth is, your body is wired for survival. It is designed with built-in redundancies and multiple lines of defense to ensure you keep functioning even when faced with challenges. But this protective network is not invincible. It responds directly to the environment you create for it. And one of the most powerful influences on that environment is the food you eat. Every meal you consume, every snack you choose, either strengthens or weakens these natural defense systems. Certain foods provide the precise bioactive compounds your body uses to fuel its healing and repair processes. Others, unfortunately, hormones that can overwhelm or even suppress those systems, making it easier for disease to take hold. The good news is that your everyday food choices can be a direct act of support for the work your body is already doing. There is no magic pill that can replicate the complexity of your body's defense system, but there are foods that can enhance its performance. Natural compounds found in plants, fish, nuts, seeds can supercharge the ability of your immune cells to find and destroy threats. They can help regulate blood vessel growth in a way that denies dangerous cells the blood supply they need to multiply. And they can optimize how your metabolism handles fat, encouraging your body to burn it rather than store it. It's important to remember that these processes don't happen in isolation. Your immune system, metabolism, circulation, and repair mechanisms are deeply interconnected. When you support one, you often benefit the others. For example, improving blood vessel health can not only limit cancer growth, but also enhance the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to muscles, making fat burning more efficient. Likewise, controlling inflammation can both protect DNA from damage and improve insulin sensitivities, reducing the likelihood of excess fat storage. But your body's fight against disease and weight gain is not something that happens in bursts. It's ongoing, continuous, and responsive to the resources you provide. Every bite you take sends a signal, giving your body either the tools it needs to maintain this defense or the challenges that make its job harder. The more often you choose foods that supply the right tools, the stronger your body becomes in this daily battle that is already underway inside you. Inside your body is a vast network of blood vessels stretching over 60,000 miles if laid end to end. And this network delivers oxygen and nutrients to every cell, tissue, and organs. The growth of new blood vessels, a process known as angiogenesis, is essential for healing wounds, repairing tissues, and maintaining healthy function. Under normal conditions, your body keeps angiogenesis in perfect balance, but growing new vessels where they are needed and pruning them back where they are not. But when cancer cells appear, they use this same process to their advantage. In their early stages, these cells are small and vulnerable, and they can't grow much larger than the head of a pin without access to a blood supply. So they begin sending out chemical signals that trick the body into growing new vessels directly into the tumor, feeding it with oxygen and nutrients. Once this blood supply is established, the cancer can grow more rapidly and even gain the ability to spread. The remarkable thing is that certain natural compounds in food can block these abnormal signals, preventing tumors from creating their own lifelines. This is what's meant by starving cancer. Not by depriving the body of nutrition, but by cutting off the food and oxygen supply to cancer cells specifically. Foods with anti-angiogenic properties can help keep cancerous growths small and harmless, essentially locking them in a dormant state where they can't expand or invade. This approach doesn't harm healthy blood vessels, which are vital for normal healing and regeneration. Instead, it selectively targets the abnormal angiogenesis that fuels disease. For example, compounds in berries, green tea, tomatoes, turmeric, and certain nuts have been shown in scientific studies to interfere with the growth of blood vessels into tumors. When these foods are eaten regularly, they can help create an internal environment where abnormal vessel growth is much harder to sustain. This is not a quick, one-time fix but a long-term strategy. Abnormal cells can appear at any stage of life, and the body's defense systems work continuously to keep them under control. Providing anti-angiogenic nutrients regularly is like reinforcing your internal security system day after day, ensuring that if a threat arises, it cannot gain the resources it needs to grow. It's also important to understand that angiogenesis plays a role in more than just cancer. Excess blood vessel growth contributes to other diseases, including certain types of blindness, arthritis, and obesity. In obesity, for instance, new blood vessels feed expanding fat tissue, allowing it to grow and store more energy. By regulating angiogenesis through diet, it's possible to not only slow the progression of cancer but also reduce the blood supply to fat tissue, almonds, making it easier for the body to burn stored fat as fuels. The power of food in this area lies in its ability to work in harmony with the body's natural checks and balances. Anti-angiogenic foods do not shut down blood vessel growth completely. They restore the balance, allowing your body to heal when needed but denying dangerous cells the lifeline they rely on to thrive. Your metabolism is more than just the rate at which you burn calories. It's a finely tuned system that determines how your body uses the energy you consume. Bitter almonds. Whether it stores that energy as fat or converts it into fuel for immediate use. This process isn't fixed. It's highly responsive to signals from your hormones, nervous system, and even the foods you eat. Certain foods have the ability to flip metabolic switches inside your cells, activating pathways that encourage fat burning instead of fat storage. One of the most fascinating parts of this system involves brown fat, a special type of fat too that functions very differently from the white fat most people think of when they hear the word fat. White fat stores excess calories, often accumulating around the waist and internal organs where it can contribute to disease risk. Brown fat, on the other hand, burns calories to generate heat, helping regulate body temperature. Unlike muscle, which needs activity to burn energy, brown fat is active all the time, and it can be stimulated by certain dietary compounds. When brown fat is activated, it draws energy from stored white fat, effectively shrinking those fat reserves over time. Certain plant-based compounds, healthy fats, and specific amino acids can stimulate brown fat activity and increase thermogenesis. The process of producing heat from calories, green tea catechins, capsaicin from chili peppers, resveratrol from grapes, and omega-3 fatty acids from nuts and fish are examples of nutrients shown to encourage this effect. Another key part of metabolic activation is improving insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar by moving glucose from the bloodstream into your cells. When your cells become resistant to insulin, your body produces more of it, which can lead to higher fat storage, especially around the belly. Certain foods, such as those high in polyphenols, fiber, and healthy fats can help reverse insulin resistance, allowing your body to use glucose more efficiently and reduce the tendency to store it as fat. The relationship between metabolism and disease prevention is also deeply connected. Excess fat, especially visceral fat around the organs, isn't just energy reserve. It's metabolically active in harmful ways, producing inflammatory chemicals and hormones that can fuel the growth of abnormal cells. By activating fat-burning pathways, you not only help reduce stored fat but also lower inflammation and decrease the availability of energy sources that some cancers use to grow. These metabolic switches operate continuously, and in the foods you choose throughout the day influence whether they are in burn mode or store mode. The strategic snacks containing the right compounds can provide repeated signals to keep your metabolism active. Over time, this consistent activation can lead to significant improvements in body composition, energy levels, and overall health. What's powerful about this approach is that it works with your body's natural processes rather than against them, making it sustainable and effective for the long term. When you think about eating for health, it's easy to separate goals into categories. One set of foods for protecting against disease, but another for managing weight, another for boosting energy. But nature doesn't work in such isolated boxes. Many of the most powerful foods have overlapping effects, influencing multiple systems in the body at once. And this is where the concept of dual-action snacks becomes so important. These are foods that simultaneously work to starve dangerous cells of their lifelines while activating metabolic pathways that burn excess fats. What makes these snacks so remarkable is their ability to send multiple beneficial signals at the same time. For example, a handful of walnuts provides omega fatty acids that help regulate inflammation, polyphenols that support healthy blood vessel growth, and plant sterols that improve cholesterol balance. While you're getting heart protection, you're also aiding in cancer defense and nudging your metabolism toward burning fat rather than storing it. Berries are another perfect example of dual-action power. The anthocyanins that give them their vibrant colors have been shown to block abnormal angiogenesis, making it harder for tumors to develop a blood supply. At the same time, their high fiber content slows glucose absorption, preventing spikes in blood sugar and insulin that can lead to increased fat storage. This means they're working on two fronts, protecting your cells and keeping your weight in check. Green teas, often thought of as a beverage rather than a snack, can also play a dual role when paired with a small portion of nuts or seeds. The catechins in green tea interfere with cancer, supporting blood vessel growth, while also stimulating brown fat activity to burn more calories. By choosing combinations like this, you enhance the impact of each component, creating a synergy that benefits multiple systems at once. The beauty of these snacks lies in their accessibility. They don't require complicated recipes or exotic ingredients. A small square of dark chocolate paired with fresh raspberries delivers antioxidants that limit angiogenesis while satisfying cravings in a way that helps prevent overeating later. A few slices of avocado on whole grain toast supply healthy fats that improve metabolic function and compounds that disrupt cancer cell signaling. Almonds. When you build your eating habits around these kinds of choices, you make it much easier to maintain consistencies. Instead of following a strict diet that feels like deprivation, you simply incorporate nutrient-dense, naturally satisfying foods into your days. Each time you do, you reinforce both your body's ability to defend itself and its capacity to manage weight effectively. Almonds. What's particularly powerful is that the effects of these dual-action snacks compound over time. The more often you choose them, the more your body adapts to operating in a state of balance. With fewer resources available for abnormal cell growth and a metabolism that's tuned toward efficiencies. This steady, cumulative impact is what turns small daily decisions into profound, long-term changes in health and vitality. Your body's defense and repair systems don't take days off. They operate every minute of every day, scanning for threats, repairing microscopic damage, and adjusting to your environment. Because this work is constant. The support you give your body needs to be constant as well. Occasional bursts of healthy eating may feel like they should make a difference, But the truth is your body responds most powerfully to consistent, repeated signals. Almonds. It's not the single handful of berries or the one cup of green tea that makes the biggest difference. It's the habit of having them regularly, a day after day, that creates lasting change. Think of your internal systems like a highly trained teams. They rely on a steady supply of tools and resources to do their job well. If you only give them what they need once in a while, they can still function, but not at their peak. Just as an athlete wouldn't train hard for a single day and then expect to perform at the top of their game all seasons. Your body can't maintain its best defense against disease and fat storage if the right foods show up in your diet only occasionally. Scientific studies have shown that many of the bioactive compounds in protective foods work best when they're present in the body over a sustained period. Some break down and leave the system within hours, meaning that a single serving is like giving your body a brief message that quickly fades. When you consume these foods daily, you reinforce the message, keeping your body in a ready state, suppressing abnormal blood vessel growths, reducing inflammation, activating brown fat, and maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Daily repetition also has another benefiting: it rewires your habits. The more you reach for certain snacks, the more automatic the choice becomes. Over time, you stop thinking of them as healthy options. You're forcing yourself to eat and start seeing them as normal parts of your life. This shift makes it far easier to maintain the pattern for years, which is where the most profound results happen. Consistency also magnifies the impact of synergy between foods. Eating anti-angiogenic foods alongside metabolism boosting ones regularly means your body is constantly receiving a combination of signals to cut off blood supplies to dangerous cells and to increase calorie burnings. This layered approach compounds the benefits because the two processes reinforce each other. Less energy is available for harmful growths, but while more is being burned for fuel, it's worth remembering that building a daily habit doesn't mean perfection. There's no need to overhaul every aspect of your diet at once. The key is choosing a few strategic snacks that you can commit to having almost every day, by keeping them accessible on your kitchen counter, in your work bags, or ready in the fridge. You remove the friction that makes healthy choices harder. Over weeks and months, these repeated actions create a rhythm in your body where protective compounds are always present, metabolic switches are always engaged, and your systems operate in a way that supports long-term health and vitality.